I think they lost their mirror.
Mirrors are not
Or
off.
something.
Yeah.
That's how
during
this
the
thing got
storm,
started.
though?
Yes.
Wasn't that during the storm when there was,
No, it was just,
what they
line
hit?
gross.
What they hit?
No, there was an emergency and they clipped another vehicle and lost their mirror. It was too tight for two vehicles to get through there, two emergency vehicles.
But I'm surprised that the driver of the ladder said that they could get by, because they couldn't go down in the end of Chestnut.
Right.
Not that we could do anything about it, I mean, that is what, is why this is gonna be, it's not as if there's something encroaching in the way, that's not how it is.
Well, Vinny sat down and went and talked to the guy, and the guy said they can get down any street they want to.
So that night they didn't want to, because it was like,
I don't know.
I think we need to talk to the chief. And listen.
Right, he said he would drive through and get back to us, so we can check on that again. Okay, village signs, Gary.
Yes, hi. John and I did a drive-through the other day of what kind of needs to immediately be done for all practical purposes. And I gave a list to Joe. John's got a list. I could read out in each location. There's about 11 of them.
Just give the bottom line.
Let me go to the bottom line here. There's actually one location that is an immediate, and I think it's a safety problem, at Osprey and White Pine, northeast corner. We wrote a furnished and installed new stop sign and post. This is a new installation. It's an immediate problem. There is no sign coming off Osprey, which could lead to somebody getting broadsided on White Pine. As a village, I guess we're liable, so that was the one, remember, John, we said?
Oh, yeah.
It's right off Osprey, there's gotta be a stop sign there.
A lot of residents on Osprey, it's not like a small dead end
Yeah.
coming into it, it's a large, there's a lot of residents coming and going. And yeah, without the stop sign,
Somebody
A
just
broadside's gonna
pulls out, it's eventually, I mean, maybe it never happened, but
And what other ones do you have?
I don't, I have 8 stop signs have to be replaced, 1 yellow black arrow, 1 no parking anytime Village Road, 7 posts probably have to be replaced. The one-way signs, Joe, that we have, they are an HIP, so those have to be replaced. Those are those high, what do you call it, signs? High-intensity signs. Hey, Joe. I got Walnut and Chestnut furnished and installed, the 2 one-way signs. Washington Street opposite number 8, furnished and installed at 90-degree curve sign coming, because it looks like hell. Indian Valley Singing One northeast corner, furnished and installed new stop sign onto existing post. Indian Valley Road between the homes number 1 and number 3, repair or replace existing post holding the 30-mile-an-hour sign. Indian Valley Silver Beach Court, repair or replace existing post holding the dead end because it's twisted. I got 5 more here. Indian Valley White Pine, southeast corner, furnished and installed new stop sign onto existing post. Then I have that Osprey White Pine, which is the nasty one that draws immediate attention. The White Pine Singing Wood, northwest corner, furnished and installed new stop sign onto an existing post. The White Pine Singing Wood is the southeast corner, furnished and installed new stop sign on existing post. Van Brunt and Bayberry, Sandy, is that by you? There's no stop sign on that corner either. Was there ever one?
No.
Maybe put one there. I wrote down furnished and installed stop sign and post. I just wrote it. It was at the end of the road. Don't kill a messenger. I was just looking at Van Brunt Manor and Tinker, northwest corner, furnished and installed new stop sign and post. Van Brunt Manor, White Pine, the west side of Van Brunt, furnished and installed 1 new stop sign on opposite side. There's a 30-mile-an-hour sign opposite, they're back to back. The stop sign needs to be replaced, it looks like hell. Van Brunt Manor on the west side opposite the number 71 Van Brunt Road. Furnished and installed 1 no parking anytime on Village Road onto existing post. Now, I missed one, and that's the one at 41 Van Brunt Manor at the fork. Furnished and installed new stop sign on existing post, but the post needs to be lengthened to raise the height of the sign, it's just really too low. This is something that might bring us into somewhat of compliance, I believe, without breaking the budget.
Do you have a list of, like, we need 5 stop signs, we need,
Yeah, I got
like
it
a
here.
summary, like a total?
Yeah, I got it. Joe, you got it? I have it. It's last page. 8 stop signs, the HIPs, high intensity prismatic. 1 yellow with the black arrow, 1 no parking anytime on Village Road. And the prices on the stop signs are and I'm only do approximate, because if this going out to bid,
I don't know.
probably about $45 a piece. The yellow and black arrow is $50. The no parking anytime Village Road, I'm gonna assume 45, because the no parking signs are like 18, but if they have to custom make it for us, I figured a trip, it would be there. 7 posts, 12, they'd be 12 feet, $31 each, and the 2 one-way signs are $30 each. Does not include labor. Now, I don't know if I missed any, if I
And what,
did.
you know, what about that, if we did all of that, what would the cost be about, without labor?
Without labor?
Without labor.
Without labor, $30 an hour. I have no idea how long it would take each guy to do this.
No, without.
Oh, without labor, I'm sorry. What do we got? 60, 210, 280, 320, 370, and 50, 370, about 700, $900.
So do we want them to price it out and get it full?
Yeah, I mean, we
Yeah.
already did.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, you're right.
Three catalogs.
Cycle over here on the side.
Right, so do you want to, for the next meeting, get a quote from someone?
Sure.
We have a sign,
Sure.
we have a sign, please, so we, Joe, that we, the New York State book, whatever that was, yeah.
I have that. I have it from the last meeting.
It's the correct department.
Was that Pennsylvania Correction Facility? They only have the signs, they don't supply the posts. That was the original, that was the last meeting. But I had 2 other guys that were Econo Sign, and I think even, the guy in Port Jefferson, Letter Perfect, or
No,
wasn't him?
or something like that.
Corporate.
Corcraft.
Corporate is New York State.
Yeah,
They must have.
Corcraft, I called and they shipped me down to the Pennsylvania, down there. I don't think they're doing it here in New York anymore. I think they shipped it all down Pennsylvania. I'll check it out. I'll get some prices. And
Okay,
you want me to,
if you get them before the next meeting, you can email them to us.
yeah,
And
I'll
if you
give
don't,
right
then
enough,
bring
give
them
me a
to the
Joe.
next
Hello, sweet.
All right, sure. Okay.
Okay, anyone else have anything about the signs? No? Okay. I had a meeting with the New York DEC Air Quality about the asphalt plant down in, East Talkin. We met with them about this odor that some of the residents are complaining about. Someone that know how to-
Turning it down, I'm sorry.
We basically told them the dates and times that we had when there was a smell in the village. We went back and checked the weather to see what the wind was that day, gave them that chart to compare what they had. They took the information, and what we came to the conclusion at the end of the meeting was that from now on, we're gonna deal directly with the asphalt plant. So I've contacted the project manager at the asphalt plant. He has Village Hall's information, I have his information. If things happen at night, he wants to know about it because he's keeping track of it. He feels it's not really gonna be a problem. They're not doing anything except for maybe cold patch at this time. And, we did advise both the DC and him that we wanna come to some kind of agreement to make sure that the odor can stop. Otherwise, we would do air monitoring, and that we would maybe possibly even, talk to the DEC about certain times and days that they can't be operating. So the first step really is just talking to them, seeing what happens. So if anybody, especially on that side of the village, has an odor, they should either let Village Hall know, email me, email Rick, and we'll get in touch with the asphalt company, and we're gonna be keeping track of it in a couple of months to see if we can take that. Joe, both stickers, what are you and Cindy decide, you're gonna do 1 through 150 again?
Yeah, we're doing the same thing. What we're doing is on the 2 racks on Walnut in California, that we split into 4 sections for wave paddle boards. We're gonna renumber, just use the numbers off the back end of the stickers and use the same number for the 1 rack, and then add 3 numbers on the other side, so we'll be able to take care of all the wakeboard, the paddle boards.
Okay.
And there's 4 on each beach, so you should be all right.
So you're gonna order all the stickers for 2016?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you wanna talk about the fees now? at this time? Yeah, we can.
As you know, I sent you out a note this afternoon, guys. One of the things we're gonna be looking at soon is gonna be our budget. If you saw today's Newsday, there was an article regarding the state rebate checks going back. And several of the villages, up in Belltail, one of them, by the top of the list, did not comply with the regulations for the 2% cap. And their residents will not receive the village tax share of their rebate checks. There's some school districts and some other things in the library districts also. But we're looking at a 0 tax increase if we want to contain, get our money back from the state of New York. In that aspect, the only way you can really raise any income is as Nassau County does, and go to the fee side rather than to the tax side. And basically, you look at the user, and the user now pays a little bit more fee, the privilege of whatever they're doing. So, in that vein, I'm looking at the dinghy racks in here. We paid $15, or the voters paid $15 per rack. I had a resident come in about a month ago, just moved in. One of the things you want to know was about the dinghy racks, and we had a discussion. He's from the South Shore. We had a boat down there, and he had his dinghy on a rack on the shoreline next to the yacht club or wherever it was that he had his boat. He was paying $150 per season for the place to put his dinghy. So we are losing our shirts. And basically, if the individuals want to have the rack, they should pay for it. The other item we've got is we charge a fee of $25 for a mooring permit. Town of Brookhaven's permit cost is $150, which we forward right to them. Of that 25, we also have $15 for the rack sticker, which means we're charging $10 for a mooring permit. Again, if you want to moor your boat out there, you should be paying for it. Not much, but you should be paying a little bit more, whatever the case may be. And currently, we're charging $5 for additional parking stickers after the first free one. We put out 298 parking stickers. We didn't get back $5 for each 298 stickers. The town fee for a 2-year parking sticker in the town of Brookhaven parking lots is $25, or $12.50 a year. So basically, we got another one we're losing our shirts on. So we should look at revising the fees and go to the charge for the services that we provide to the residents based upon those user fee type fees. But there is one fee which I believe is highly erroneous. And that's the dinghy retrieval fee of $150. I think it should be reduced. I don't think we should charge the residents that much. I would say, double the $15 fee or a $50 fine for not taking your dinghy or sunfish or whatever off the rack. I had a resident called us and said, "You got my sunfish. How can I get it back?" Cindy told him it's $150 fine for the thing. He said, keep it. I had a resident come in this morning looking for his dinghy. I told him the same thing, it's $150 to get it back. He said, keep it. Now, the problem with that is if we go to auction, we're gonna get buckets. It's gonna cost me $50-$60 to just put it in the paper. You're gonna collect what, $10 on each thing out there, because they're not gonna get bid on. We've been through this once before, with all the ones that were left over after we cleared the racks off about 4 or 5 years ago. People don't, and guys, when you're looking at sunfish, there's no master, no sail, all you got is the base, which is totally useless to anybody. So you're not gonna sell them, we're gonna have to put them out for the garbage guy. Right, so basically that's what I'm stating, and I think what you guys should do is take a good hard look at that and come up with better user fees.
Are people already applying for 2016 stickers?
We don't have min yet,
Okay.
they've been ordered and they're en route, but we don't have min yet, so we will have to wait until January 1st anyway. But we do have mooring inside already, we're getting mooring forms inside. And again, you know, you look at the check to the town of Brookhaven, $150. For what? I'm doing all the paperwork, me or Cindy. We're getting stickers, all the town is doing is processing it and mailing them back one sticker with a buoy. We're getting short shrift.
How does everyone feel about the fees?
They should be raised, but not so much.
I think we want that,
Yeah.
you know, having just written that whole thing on Welcome to the Village of Poquott.
Nice and Jeff.
But, you know, we promote that as an incorporated village, we have all these amenities. And, I mean, the hard reality is, it sounds like we're caught between a rock and a hard spot as far as, you know, raising some revenue. But it has to be, not just a little below, it has to be below enough that we can kind of wave the flag and say, well, you know, that's because you're in Poquott, you have a little bit of a better deal. I just want to go back to one thing you said, right in the outset. We have, because of the state law, we have we're facing a 0 cap for the next budget.
Next 2 years.
I need to be educated about that process of why that.
That's what I was telling you. We were at a seminar for NICOM in Riverhead, and the lady from the NICOM said that we're on a 0 cap. If we maintain the 0 cap, we'll keep our state revenue. If we don't, we'll lose our state revenue.
I thought there was an annual cap on when you do a budget. So how is it that we have 0?
And for 2 years, no less.
Well, that's what
It's an average for 2 years?
No, it is for 2 years.
supposedly it was set for 2 years. Now, we'll have to check into it, but again, you're still looking at a cap of 2% or less than 2% on an annual basis, which is difficult. Way
Well, I just don't think that raising some of these fees is going to raise 2% of our budget.
So there's two different things that we're talking about. One is the amount that you can raise your taxes to qualify for the state rebate checks. And then the other is the amount that you're allowed to raise your taxes under what we call the 2% limit. So the first thing is that the 2% limit is not really a 2% limit, it's just called the 2% limit. It's actually a 2% limit that's adjusted for inflation or disinflation like we have now. And it's also adjusted for healthcare and pension costs. So what was a 2% limit is now actually like a 0.5% limit or some other number a lot less than 2%. But that's the amount that you can definitely that you cannot go over without adopting a local law. Then there's another amount, which is the amount that if you don't exceed it, for a period of time, then you actually get rebate checks. And they had on Channel 12 News tonight, you know, these people that were getting their checks today or tomorrow, whenever they're coming
That's
in.
the article in Newsday.
Yeah, so that's another number, and it's a little more difficult to calculate, and there's a couple other things you need to do to qualify for that. But we could talk about that, and I can help you through that. But they tell you what these numbers. The treasurer will know these numbers, because they send
We can
extra
qualify
sends
for that list.
the forms.
With regard to, the mooring fee, that fee that goes to Brookhaven actually pays for the harbor master, who covers our area as well as all the rest of the harbor. And just recently, I got a call from Harry with regard to a Zodiac or some sort of rubber inflatable that was on a mooring off of California Beach and was sinking, was sunk. And Harry was all upset about it, so I called the harbor master, and he looked into it. It turned out it belonged to a resident named Gould, and he checked for me what the registration on the boat said, and it belonged to someone else, but it turned out Gould had bought it, and it was technically Gould's as well. And he asked me if I wanted them to remove it from there so it would not be a navigational hazard. I said, please. So Poquott Trackers took care of that for us. So that fee is the fee that completely cut, and that's the same fee paid for people in Poquott, Strong's Neck, the Belterre side. That's to pay for the harbor master and his operation to maintain the waterways, and they do things besides just maintaining control of folks as far as boating safety and speeding. They remove objects from the water area. That is, like after Sandy, they were taking away pilings, they were reinstalling all the moorings, all the buoys, navigational buoys. They were destroyed by the ice last winter. All moved off position or destroyed. Those all had to be repaid and placed back. They had to be replaced, and this all costs money, and that's what the mooring fees go to. So it's fine for us to add $25 on top of it for our clerical fees, whatever you should call it, to do the paperwork. But the majority of those fees aren't just for people writing out the permits in Brookhaven to give it to. It's to support the harbor master and all he does.
Yeah, but we have costs too. Do we want to send comments and,
Want to discuss the other thing on the $150 retrieval fee?
well, that's in the code. Right?
One of the things you might consider going through, all right, Joe, maybe you could take a look at this, some of the fines, for court. I mean, some of the fines that we're getting on tickets are pretty old. I think at one time there might have been a lot of money 50 or 60, 50 years ago. It's not, they're just small, really.
It sounds like we have to act, we don't have a choice, it's just a question of figuring what
With the right amount would be, right?
more revenue, but not too much more, because we want to keep it at a certain point for the resident. I just am concerned that, I just can't imagine that raising fees would make up what you would normally expect would be the normal
Done a study.
percentage that taxes go up based upon everything else going up. So we're gonna really be in a crunch. If we have the exact same budget, 0%, and then we raise a couple of dollars with these fees, I don't see the math. I mean, we're gonna really be, if everything's perfect and we don't have, another tree fiasco, and we don't have a blizzard and all that kind of stuff, we should have. Here's a part.
So the $5, the parking permits, that's only about $1,000 a year. Once we budget it, right? So, I mean, I don't know how much more, I agree with you, even, for,
Seems like
well, I don't mind looking at it and see, we could adjust it a little bit and see where it falls. And still make it a,
And, I don't know, we're tied up in another meeting, and we're picking on every single fee, but maybe what we could do is get a list circulated to all of us, of every fee, and then we can just kind of take a look. In fact, what I would appreciate would be list that has what, say, the town of Brookhaven has for their fee. Maybe there's a Suffolk County column, if it's, you know, something where we have some basis of comparison, to see where we stand. And, you know, if we're way off, then I feel comfortable raising it, you know, somewhat. But if it's a couple of dollars and we're incorporated village, then I would have trouble raising it.
Yeah, I would too.
So at least I'll know what I'm looking at.
Just work on it, and then we'll just email it around, and
Yeah.
we'll start looking at it.
You know, so I can read it.
Yeah. Anything else on the fees? No?